In this video, I'm doing a position analysis from an early game position. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Please let me know what you think in the comments below and what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. My book, Backgammon, Backgame Strategies, is now available. There's a link in the description to where you can purchase it. I am also offering lessons if you're interested. Please contact me via email. My email address is in the description. So in this video, we're talking about a position from the early game. These are always very important because the early game comes up in every game. The opening position occurs in every single game, so it's important to have an understanding of that position and how the development occurs starting from that position. So this is the opening position in a money game. White opened with a 6-3 and played like that, 24-18 and 13-10, resulting in this position. Then blue rolled a 4-2, in which case it's correct to hit 13-7, which is better than making the 4-point, resulting in this position. Then white rolled a double 6 and could not come in. And then blue rolled a double 3. So this is the position that we're going to look at. Think about how you would play this. Pause the video for a moment. Think about your answer, and then we'll take a look at the analysis in a moment. Okay, so this is a double 3. One important thing is anytime you have a double to play, stop and slow down, take a deep breath, because usually there are many more ways of playing a double than a non-double. So in the early game, you have your back checkers, and one of the things you want to do is escape them or extricate them and prevent the opponent from doing the same. With this, you can actually come out partially with one checker and send another checker back by white when a white's checker is back. So that seems like a good idea. However, in this case, the correct answer, the correct play is to actually make both inner board points. So 8-5 twice and 6-3 twice, like so. And that results in this position. Now, the other play would be hitting with 24-15 and bringing one down, 13-10, like so, resulting in this position. If we look at the two positions, you can see after the correct play, white has one checker on the bar. However, the difference is blue has a 3-point board and white has a 1-point board. Early in the game, both players start with a 1-point board, the six point on either side. So oftentimes there's a lot of hitting exchanges that go on, and that's not too bad because there are 35 out of 36 numbers that can come in when you have a checker on the bar against a 1-point board. So there's only one dancing number. However, when you have a 3-point board and the opponent has a checker on the bar, now there are 9 dancing numbers. That's 9 times as many. Even having a 2-point board, there are 4 dancing numbers. That's 4 times as many as just having a 1-point board. So this is a really strong asset. When you have a 3-point board, especially against a weaker board, against a 1-point board, it's a big deal. So the relative board strength is very important, and this will serve as a nice long-term asset. You're going to have these 3 points for a long time, and anytime you hit your opponent's going to be in trouble. On the other hand, after hitting 2, there are 2 on the bar, but both players only have a 1-point board. So what's better, having 2 on the bar with a 1-point board or 1 on the bar with a 3-point board? That's what you have to think about. The 2 on the bar is good, but it's not a long-term asset like a 3-point board is, because the one or both of these is going to come in very quickly. So there will likely be 1 or 0 on the bar, and then you'll still only have a 1-point board. So We'll look at the analysis. This is the dice distribution for the top play of making both points and for the second play of hitting and bringing down a checker. And the difference is over here, and the swing rolls are on the lower right in the histogram. Now look at what happens. Of course, when you hit twice, when you have 2 on the bar, and then the opponent rolls a double 6, it's a double pass. And then also with 2 on the bar, if white rolls a 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 6-5, it's also really good. However, look what happens when there's 1 on the bar against the 3-point board. Now all of these dancing numbers, double 6, double 5, double 3, 6-5, 6-3, and 5-3, they all become passes. So that's a huge swing, especially the double 5, because here it's really bad for you, but here it's really good. And you can see that in the differences here. The biggest swings are on double 5 and 5, double 3, as well as 5-3. And you can see those here. And we'll take a look at how they play. So this is how those rolls play after putting 1 on the bar and having a 3-point board on the left, play A, versus putting 2 on the bar and having a 1-point board, play B on the right. And if you look at some of these, you can see all these dancing rolls. Double 5, double 3, 5-3, 6-3, 6-5. And these are huge swings in favor of the top play. So let's take a look at how these rolls play for white. So this is after putting a second checker on the bar. And now white rolls a double 1. White will come in with both and then hit this checker and hit this checker, resulting in this position. Now white becomes an immediate favorite. On the other hand, if you were to make both points and have only 1 checker on the bar, now double 5 dances. That's a big swing. These are the things you need to think about, the swing numbers. Okay, now double 3. If you put 2 on the bar, and then white rolls a double 3, plays like this, brings 2 in, and hits over here and makes a point, looking like this. Now blue is only a slight favorite. And look what happens when you put 2 on the bar, and then white rolls a double 3. Dances. Now it becomes a pass. Similarly with double 5s, it was a pass. Also, I can go back and look at this. See, this becomes a pass if you see this as a -1. Now, what about 5-3? With 2 on the bar, you see they just immediately come in, and although you have all these checkers in the zone, there's a lot going on because you still have these checkers back, you have blots everywhere, and you're probably going to be able to hit somewhere. But here, you dance. So that's much better, and now you have a pass. And look at 5-4. After this one, white basically comes in with both, and blue does have a strong position. However, if you look at what happens when blue is on roll, it's a small no double, and the equity is about 0.5. On the other hand, with a 5-4 here, white comes into the 16-point, resulting in this position. Now, blue is on roll. Blue has a strong double with an equity of 835 millipoints. It's still a comfortable take, but it's a much stronger double. So the tips for an early game. Having a stronger board is a big advantage in the early game, especially with a potential hitting exchange coming up, like we saw in this position. Having a stronger board is going to be a long-term asset, so that's going to help you for a very long time throughout the game. And you see how many times when the opponent dances, you have a double and it's an immediate pass. Look at how your opponent's rolls play after both options, and you can see that in the dice distribution. The easy thing to do is consider the dancing numbers. So you saw when you made a 3-point board, you had the 6, 5, and 3 points. So basically look at how those rolls play when you for the opponent when you don't do that. So look at how double 6, double 5, double 3, 6, 5, 6, 3, and 5, 3 play. Of course, when you have a 3-point board and 1 on the bar, that's going to dance. But if you have 2 on the bar, look at how those other rolls play. especially the doubles. So consider the dancing numbers, look at the dice distribution. That feature is available on XG. When you practice doing that, you'll be able to slowly do that in your head when you're actually playing in the game. So you won't need that feature afterwards, but it's always a good tool. A lot of people ask, what's the usefulness of the dice distribution tool if you don't have it during the game? The usefulness is that you look at it and study it and learn so that next time you have a position, you consider these kinds of things, and that helps you come up with the correct play. So that was a position analysis from the early game. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Please let me know what you think in the comments below and what you like to see in future videos so I can work on that. Again, my book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is now available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email, and my email address is in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, and until then, keep rolling your dice.